Hi everyone, this is Rob Walker and welcome to this short video. Okay, what we're going to do in this video is just show you a quick workaround if there's any issues with installing a domain which you might have. We're going to show you a very short video of how to do this. It's 5 minutes of your time and you'll be able to, I'm going to hold your hand on this. I'm going to show you step by step what to do. Now the website I'm going to be using is satellitetvpcsoftware.com, and as you can see I've not entered my cPanel details here. I've entered my domain here and my password and an email address, but I'm going to show you a workaround of actually not using the automatic install. Okay, I've just opened up a browser. It doesn't matter if you're using Google Chrome, Firefox or Internet Explorer, no problem at all. And I've just typed into the address bar, this is the address bar at the top here, www.satellitetvpcsoftware.com. Now obviously you enter your domain name here and just make sure you've got a full colon 2082. Okay, and what that will basically do here is bring up your cPanel details. So if your domain has properly resolved, this is what you will see. You'll be prompted for a username and password. So what I need you to do now is enter your username for your cPanel and your password. Okay, so I've just done that. I've entered mine. All I'm going to do now is click login, and that will go straight into my cPanel. And here we are. So that's all you need to do for the starting off bit. Okay, you're prompted with quite a few bits and bobs here. Alright, all different folders and stuff. The one which we're looking for, okay, if you're completely new, don't worry about this, and if you do get stuck, remember to watch this video again, okay? It's very simple. All we're going to do is just scroll down, and the folder which we're after is this one here. It's called MySQL Database Wizard, and that's the one. So it's MySQL Database Wizard. Okay, so we're going to click on that, and just let the cPanel do its stuff. We're going to actually create a database. It sounds quite complicated, but it's very easy. Okay, so what we do, we're actually prompted here to actually enter a database name. Now I've just called this example 1, so that's all I'm going to do. You can call yours whatever you want to. So I'm just going to click on next step, and just let that do its stuff. Okay, so what we've done here is just fill in our details, okay, and our username, I've got example 1, and password, you just make up a password here, and just make sure that they match in both fields here. Then you'll get 2 green ticks, and then all we're going to do then is, you can actually use a password generator if you want, but it's something if you're going to remember it, and make sure if you've got a pen and paper handy just to write this down, because you're going to need the information in a few minutes, and I'm going to show you why. So all we're going to do then, once we've actually done that, when we've got 3 green ticks there, all we're going to do is press create user, okay, and we get this page which comes up here. Okay, so we've got this particular page here. Now all I'm going to do, this information here, I'm going to make a note of this. Now you can either simply write this down on a pen and with a pen and paper, pencil and paper, whatever you want to do, or if like me you're a bit lazy, you can actually open up a notepad here, and we're going to just copy and paste that in, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'll just put that, minimize that. So I'm just going to take this information here. I'm going to press Control C on my keypad, or I can right click it and press copy. I'm going to go back to my notepad where it's flashing there, click in and press Control V, or you can just press paste. It's entirely up to you. So that information is in there. I'm just going to minimize that now. You can save it if you want to, but I'm just going to keep it on my desktop so it's minimized, and it's just gone down to the bottom there, and it's just sat there. So very easy to do. Now what I'm going to do is just click on this particular where it says all privileges. I'm going to click on that, and that goes, make sure all these are clicked. When you actually click off that, click on, make sure that's ticked, that checkbox is ticked, and all we've got to do is press next step. Simple as that. Okay, so we've actually presented with this particular page here. All I've got to do now, at the top left hand side it says home. I'm going to click on that. That presents us back to the page where we've got all the different folders and stuff here. Okay, so that's fine. Next step coming up. Okay, what I'm actually looking for here is a folder where it says Files, and you've got File Manager. Okay, so yours might be slightly different to mine. This is a HostGator hosting account, but if you've got cPanel, it doesn't matter if you haven't got cPanel. Actually, this will be in your hosting account here. So I double click on File Manager, and that will bring up this little pop-up here. All I'm going to do is press the Go button there. Okay, and that is going to do its stuff. Okay, all I'm going to do now is I've got this file manager settings little interface come up. Okay, lots and lots of things here. Don't worry about all the rest of this. What we're going to actually do, where it says public HTML, see the little file there? I'm just going to double click on that. Okay, and you can see where it says this directory is empty. That's all you need to do is double click on that, and that will come up there. Okay, all I'm going to do now, okay, I've made sure I've double clicked the public HTML. Make sure you don't click the public FTP, it's public HTML. Alright, so all I'm going to do now is click on upload, and that takes me through to a page where it asks me to choose some files. Now what I'm going to do here is navigate through to the Commission Killer folder, which is on our desktop. So I'm going to click choose file, click through to my desktop, and I've got my Commission Killer folder just there. So I'm going to double click on that and double click on it again. Okay, well, what I'm looking for is a system upload file. As you can see there's three folders in there. You've got articles, projects, and system upload. Okay, I'm going to double click on that. Okay, and you will see there is a backup buddy folder and an import buddy folder. That's what you need to do. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to actually upload these files one at a time, and the first one we're going to do is the import buddy. Alright, so I'm going to click on import buddy. I'm just going to highlight it so it turns blue like so. Now all I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this across to you so you can see, okay, is just press open. Alright, and that now is actually bringing in the files there. Okay, simple as that. And you can see what's happening down at the bottom right of your screen, as you can see on mine here. Okay, you can see where the progress of this happening here. Alright, so just let that do its stuff, and you can see that now it says it is complete, so that one is actually done. So what we're going to do now is actually go through to the other file and upload that, exactly the same process. So let me just bring that across here to here. I'm going to choose the file, I'm going to do the other one. We've already done import buddy, so I'm going to the backup one here, click on that, press go, and let it do its stuff. And as you can see, that is now doing its stuff. It will take a few seconds for it to come across. As you can see, this has been going about 2 or 3 minutes now, and the progress is quite small. So this is basically what the Commission Killer bridge does. Then this is why it takes a little bit of time, because the automated process of how we normally do it, okay, these are all the files which are coming across, so it does take a little bit of time. So be patient. You've got the little box here just showing the progress. So once that's actually completed, we'll show you exactly what to do next, but just be very, very patient here. Alright, I mean, you're watching a time-lapse video, and this has been going about 4 minutes now. My internet connection is really, really slow, so just be patient. Okay, so that's taken about, all in all, about 7 minutes for me for this to come across. Now, some people might take a little bit longer. If you've got a really good broadband speed, then it might take a little bit less. Okay, but there you can see both files have gone in, and then you get a little message which says complete, complete. So that's all we need to do for that part there. Okay, so you can see we've got both files in there, and all I'm going to do now is actually just pull this across so you can see right in the middle of your screen it says back to HomeSat tool, or whatever your site is, public HTML. So just click on that and you get a little just message there come up, and as you can see the files which we've just uploaded are there in the root folder of your domain. Okay, so that's all done. Now what I'm going to do is pretty cool. I'm actually going to go to my address bar again, which is at the top here, and I'm just going to shorten that down to the .com version there, and I'm just going to press the backspace, so that is the site as it stands. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in /import buddy as there, okay, .php. Now whatever your domain name is there, that's what you need to do. You do /import buddy.php. Okay, and now all you've got to do now is click enter, okay, and that will take you through to this page here. And then all we're actually going to do is click the next step, start off with. So that's step 1 of 1 to start off. We just press next step. Okay, and we click next. And as you can see, that's extracted the files 3 of 3. Click next. Let it do its stuff. Okay, on this particular step 4 of 7, now remember we actually did the database and we actually made a note of all our details. Okay, I'm just going to bring mine up here. I've still got them here. Now what we need to do is actually fill these in here. Alright, so let me just bring that across. So, the database name, we need to fill that in, and it is, on mine it is, okay, with mine it is SAT. There, I'm just going to highlight that by left clicking. Okay, we left click to highlight it and right click to copy. And all I'm going to do is click in that box there, right click paste. Okay, go back to my notepad. Okay, and I'm looking for the database username, which is here. Okay, as you can see, I'll just bring that into the screen so you can actually see. That was the database name, and this is the database user. What I'm going to do is highlight it again by left clicking, right click, press copy, close that down, and the database user I put in there, make sure you get it right. Okay, so it's flashing, and all I'm going to do is paste. Okay, and the database password, so again I go back to where I wrote it down or saved it, and just find the password, and I've just called mine my password there. So it's in quotation marks, but it's not. That's not part of it. So okay. So forget the quotation marks. Everything in between the quotation marks. So you highlight it by left clicking, right click and copy. Close that down again, and we go to there. Right click and paste. Okay. And what we do now. Okay. So what I've actually done now is actually put all my details in where it says test database settings. Okay. If you click on that. Okay, what will basically happen here is, okay, you'll get a success message here. If you get a failure message, it means that you've copied and pasted in wrong. Now, it's always worth making sure that you've not got an extra space in there. Okay, so, you know, if you are copying and pasting, don't forget we've actually saved all these details here, okay, in the file, or we've written them down. Just make sure, it's very, very important that you get this exactly right. And to test it, just make sure you press the test database settings, and if you get the success message, all your details are incorrect there. So all we do now is click the next step. So that's step 5 done. All we need to do now is finish database migration. We click on that. That goes to 6 of 7, and we delete import migration files there. Click that. That's 7 of 7, and thank you for choosing BackBuddy. That is it. Okay, so that's import. That's step of 7. What we need to do now is actually go back to the software here, and I'm just going to bring this across here. So we've done all the hard work. Now we're going to have some fun. Okay, so as you can see, I've actually got back to the Commission Killer Bridge software. Now, the only thing what you need to do here, you don't have to enter your cPanel and your password, because we've actually just done that by doing the steps. What we've just done, we've overridden that. All you've got to do, it says here, advanced, don't check unless it's advised. Well, I'm advising you, you have to make sure that is checked. Okay? Okay, so that's all the details filled in. All we've got to do now is press play, like so, and let the software do its stuff. Okay, so once you've actually finished this, once the software's actually finished its process here, it's just still doing its stuff. Just to explain now, what we've basically done, we've just bypassed the automatic stage of step 1, the start cache creator. What you basically do now is just start on stage 2, the appearance. You can change that. So watch the videos on those, okay, because they're quite important, and we're just going along the different tabs now. So we'll just wait for this to actually finish its stuff, and then we'll have a look at the site. Okay, so the software has actually finished its process, and we've got the success message, and that is it, job done. So all we need to do now is click on the appearance tab, and we just fill in the details, as we would normally. So that is it. It's a little bit it's a bit of a long video. Actually turned out it's 15 minutes, but hopefully that is will solve any issues which you might have had with the initial part of the Start Cache Creator. Okay, so see you in the next